Hello friends, welcome to OT Empire YouTube channel again. In this video we are going to be looking into how to create a website from scratch. I'm going to create about 2 pages with few sections in each pages and show us some few settings that are very important while we are designing our website. Just let's see how we can create a website, not a full one per se, and let's see how we can do the finishing touches that are needful. In our previous classes we have seen, or we have introduced ourselves to how to design from scratch. We had a little example on that. We have also introduced ourselves to how to design from templates, of which we also add few examples on that. Okay, so now we want to see how we can, with the knowledge of scratch, build a complete website. So I'll build 2 pages and I'll do some finishing touches that are very important before your website goes live. Okay, so in our previous classes also, I remember we mentioned, or we spoke about something called subdomains, and I think we have not done anything practical about that. So as it is now, I believe most of you know what a subdomain is, but you don't know how to get it done. You don't know how to create a subdomain. So that is where we'll be starting from in this very class. Okay, so let me mention that the domain we got when we were buying our hosting and domain, that very domain has been moved to another hosting company, and that is where we'll be working from today. Okay, so how do I move a domain from one hosting to another? That's a video that we'll work on later in time. But for now, just follow me as we go into that domain, create a subdomain, and install WordPress and get to work. I know I've explained how to install WordPress before, but I'm just doing this again for the purpose of clarity and to get used to this interface. Okay, so let's get to work. So I moved that domain from the hosting company where it was, and I brought it into this very hosting company here in a hosting of another website. So the hosting that carries this very website you are seeing here has capacity to carry more than one domain. Therefore, I brought the domain we got from our former hosting company. I brought it here and I inserted it into this very hosting. Now let me log into the cPanel. Just flow with me, don't get it twisted. What I'm saying now is not the business of today. I'm just explaining. We're going to create a separate video on how to move domain from one place to another. Just flow with me. Alright, so this is the cPanel of the new hosting that we are making use of. To locate our domain which has been moved into this place, I will search for domains. So searching for domains, we bring out all the domains that are available in this hosting. Okay, so loading emb.ng, embup.ng, that's the very domain that owns this hosting. Okay, now this is webresource.com.ng. this is the domain that we brought from another hosting company into this very hosting. Okay, so that shows you that when you get a domain from one place, you can actually move it from that company, that hosting company, to another place with just few clicks. We are going to get to that later. Now, why are we here? We are here to create a subdomain. Alright, now to create a subdomain, let me go back with just a click. I'll be back to my cPanel, and this is the cPanel. Now to create a subdomain, what we do is to still search for domains. I only went back to make sure you are working with me, you are getting it right. To search for domains, it brings us here again. So you create a new domain, click on that, loads up an interface for you. Now you come here. Remember, what we are creating is a subdomain. So a subdomain is supposed to carry its own name added to the main domain. Okay, so where we have webresources.com.ng, if we want a subdomain that says sample, that's the subdomain name we want to use, sample. Now what we are going to have now is going to be sample.webresources.com.ng. we have explained that in one of our first 3 classes. If you don't still understand, go back to it and watch again. Alright, so let's confirm the name of the domain we want to use to avoid mistake. So this is how it is written: webresources.com.ng. let's copy. Okay, that will save us a lot of errors. Create a new domain, come here, write in the name of the new domain you want, support. Now remember that it must be added to the major domain you have there before. So let's simply paste, Ctrl V, do away with all this. We need to do away with all of these. Alright, so here it is. Don't be confused. The name of our domain, actually the name of our major domain, is webresource.com.ng, and now the subdomain that we want to create now is support. Okay, so we then have support.webresource.com.ng. in the instance where you have clement.com, that's a domain name. For instance, now Clement is into fashion and wants to create a subdomain under his domain name, which is clement.com. So Clement can now have something like fashion.clement.com. So fashion will be added to the major domain, which is clement.com, and that makes for fashion.clement.com. So in our case, what we have before is to webresource.com.ng. Now we want to create a subdomain, and then we inputted support. So now we have support.webresource.com.ng. I hope you get the gist. If you don't, make sure you look through one of our previous classes, either the first, second, or third, thereabouts. Check through it and you understand better. So having done that, you have inputted your subdomain name. You come here and say submit, and then your subdomain will be created. Alright, you have successfully created a new support.webresource.com.ng domain with the document roots blah blah blah. So that says you have successfully created a subdomain, and here is the subdomain. Alright, now when you purchase your domain, when you create a subdomain, before you are able to get anything done on that domain or subdomain, the first thing that you must do is to create or install WordPress on that domain or subdomain. Therefore, that will be the next thing we'll be doing now. We'll be going to install WordPress into our subdomain. We have done this before, but I'm doing it again for the purpose of clarity. So I'm trying to back so we can get to our cPanel again. Alright, so here we are in cPanel. Let's locate WordPress. Locate WordPress by searching here, or you simply come to this space and search WordPress, and here you have it. Click on it and it takes you down to where the business is being done. When you are here, what's next is to install. You install WordPress, click on install, it brings you here. Make sure this is in HTTPS. I've said that before. Come here, verify or confirm the domain or subdomain into which you want to install WordPress. Alright, so we come down here and we choose this. We do away with this. Okay, and then what next? You come over here to input your username and password, and when you are done with that, you come here, you say install, and WordPress will be installed on your domain or subdomain. So let me get that done immediately. Input my WordPress username and password. Alright, I've inputted my username and password. Then I'll scroll down and click on install. So WordPress is being installed on my subdomain. Okay, username has invalid character, so let's see what is in the username. Let's change that to what can we suggest something for me? Websites training. Okay, let's see that. I did that copying because I'm going to paste it in a place where I'll be able to reach it, should in case I forgot what my username or my password is. That's an habit you should inculcate. Immediately you create your WordPress details, your username and password should be kept in a place, should be documented in a place whereby you can always reach out to it. If you forget, that will save you a lot of stress. Install. So that solves the case already. Maybe you install WordPress and then you see an error. Don't forget, simply read what the error says and try to solve it. It's not as bad as you think. It's very easy to solve, and that's what we have done now. So let's wait till WordPress gets installed. We are going to 100%. Let's hold on. Okay, so WordPress has been successfully installed on our website. Therefore, we can log into our WordPress dashboard either through this link. If you click on this, it takes us directly to our WordPress dashboard, or you go to a new tab, you input your website's URL. In our case, we have support.webresource.com.ng. that's the website URL. Now, to access the website's WordPress dashboard, okay, you have to add /wp-admin. We have done that in the past, but don't worry, I'll do it again. Now, the first way to get into our WordPress dashboard is to click on this. Okay, now in fact you can see the URL over here, support.webresource.com.ng. that's the website URL itself. If you want to check out the website, that's what you click on. But if what you want to do is to log into WordPress dashboard to make changes to design, to do whatever it is on that very website, you need to add this up. Okay, so you add up /wp-admin. that takes you to WordPress dashboard that allows you to do whatever it is you want to do on this website. Read this wp-admin as WordPress/admin, admin of WordPress/admin. That might help you to remember. We have logged in by typing in our website URL /wp-admin several times, so I believe you should be used to that already. Let's get into our WordPress dashboard from here. So we simply click open in a new tab. All right, welcome to WordPress dashboard. Okay, so this is where we are going to be doing all that we want to do. In all my doings, whenever I want to start designing a website, there are a few settings I make sure I first get done before moving to any other thing, and that is found down here in settings. Come over here, you see general, open in a new tab, come back here again, come to permalinks, open on a new tab. So check out general. What do we have to do there? You see this, you need to change it to something that talks about your brand. Okay, so you're going to see where it actually applies later, but let's change it. I'll get to show you that later. So my blog, we are not designing a blog, so what do we write there? Let's say OST Empire. I think I have this here. Your branding and marketing solution. Okay, so site icon, preferably or reasonably, you could put your website logo here. You know how to upload an image, I believe, so that you come to your media library or you upload from your system. I'm not doing that now because I've shown us before, but site icon, you have to put your brand logo. I haven't done those three things. You can come down and say save changes, and that will be all under general settings. Okay, so you come to permalink settings or so. You know, we've opened this in a new tab before. We came here and we opened in a new tab, so getting here, this is where we are. Settings, permalinks, that's what gave us this space. Don't get it twisted. All you have to do here is to make sure what you have checked is post name, come down, save changes. I do those two things first in every website designing job I get. I haven't done those two things. I can now move to, what do you want to do? We want to create a website. We are creating from scratch. Okay, so we are going to be needing plugins. We are going to need to install theme. So you come to appearance, you see themes here, open that on a new tab, come over here. So if you check this now, you see Host Empire reading here. All right, this is what we imputed in the settings we just did, where we changed blog to Host Empire. Okay, so whatever is this you imputed into that place is what comes up when someone searches for your website here. Let me try this. Support dot web resource. Let's check out the website. Okay, so you see Host Empire. If you click on this, you see Host Empire, your branding and marketing solution. This is where that settings we just did comes up. Okay, so you don't want somebody to come to your e-commerce website and over on this space and person is saying blog. So you need to change it to something that resonates with your brand, and that's why we changed that to Host Empire, your branding and marketing solution. Whatever is in that space is what you find there. I hope you still remember the space I'm talking about. The first thing we did when we started designing, we came here to settings, and in general settings we opened and we saw Host Empire, your branding and marketing solution. We imputed this by ourselves, and that's what you now have here. Host Empire, your branding and marketing solution. That is why these settings is important. Thank you for understanding. Alright, let's go back. What were we doing? We're trying to install a theme. How do we get that done? You come to appearance, immediately over on the appearance, you see themes, you click on it. Let's do that again. It brings up this interface for you. Now what you want to do is to add a new theme. You come here, you click on add new theme. It loads up an interface that helps you to search for a theme you want. So we come over here, we search for Astra, and it loads up for us. Astra. We're a DAO. And here is Astra yielded to our call. So the next thing to do is to install. Let's hold on again as it installs. After installing, you agree with me that it is very necessary for us to activate. So we get that done. We click on activate, and then we have Astra theme functioning on our website. Now, how do we know that it is Astra theme that is working here? You can see it over here, active. Okay, so I haven't done that. If this is a case whereby we want to make use of templates, then we'll come here, say let's get started with starter templates, but we are not doing that. We want to create from scratch. Next thing that is therefore necessary for us to do now is to install plugins. Add new plugin. If we are not going to install any plugin at all, we are going to need Elementor, because it's going to be our page builder. Right, we build our pages with Elementor. We must therefore install it as a plugin. So we come over here, we search for Elementor, and then it loads up for us. And here is it. Install now. Installing. Installed. Then we activated. Okay, so I haven't done that. If along the line as we design we are going to need any more plugin, we will come back to install. but this is the most essential plugin that we need. So having installed our theme, installed our page builder, what's next? We need to start building our pages. We don't have a template on this website, therefore we don't have pages on it. So how do we get to design a page we don't have? Let's head on to pages, all pages, click on this, open on the tab. Let's check out what we have. All right, privacy policy, sample page, those are default page that comes with your website. Let them be. Okay, so what we do now is to come here, say add new page, open link in new tab, just click on this, load in. This is what shows up when the interface is done loading. Deal with this by canceling it. Come over here and input the name of the page you want to build or you want to create. So first page, home page. After you have inputted the name of the page, you come here, publish, you click first time, it brings this, you click again second time, then page published. Okay, so you come over here and click on edit with Elementor. Alright, so our Elementor page is loading up, so get to work immediately. We are getting there already. Alright, again, sometimes when you open your Elementor interface, this is the first thing you see. Don't fidget. All you have to do is to come over here, reduce your screen size so you can see this, and then you cancel. And if you need to, you can come back and increase again. Okay, that's that for that. Now this is Elementor interface. We want to build our own page, and the page we have here is as clean and empty as empty can be. So the first section you create in all website design job you get to do is called your hero section. We have mentioned that in the past. So let's get to create our hero section, and then we create a few sections in addition. Then we go to create another page. So we click on this to add a section, click on Flexbox. Depending on what you want to design, that's what determines which of this structure you make use of. This is just going to be a freestyle, so pardon me, and let's see how far we can go. Let's make use of this. Alright, this is quite short, so let's increase the height reasonably. Okay, so let's come back here. We need a text, of course. Come here, input this here. Alright, so you observe that immediately I dragged this in, it came up here directly. Maybe I don't like that, so let me click on this. Now I haven't clicked on this interface will change to the interface responsible for this section. Let me deal with this first. Let me deal with this. Now I want to design this section. I want to do stuff in this section. What I do is to come here and click on these 6 dots, and then this interface comes. So whatever if I reduce this, if I increase this, it affects the whole section. Okay, so now let me bring in the text again so that you can see the effect of what I want to do now. Now I inputted this text and it came up here directly. Now let me go back here. Let me click on this 6 dot again. Now this is an interface for me to edit the section, the whole section. Alright, so if I come down here and say center, I come here again and say center. Alright, now what just happened is justify content and align items allows me to how do I say this now? They allow me to set my section in such a way that whatever it is I bring into the section comes to the center. Not always the center though. Let me adjust again. Now if I say end, this comes down. If I say start, this goes up. If I say middle, this comes to the middle. If I say this, now this is not functioning because this text is actually in a section that is actually small. This is a section here, it's another section. So if you say center, this is already in the center. If you say end, this text has taken over the entire section already. Okay, so if either you put it in the middle, end, or beginning, it's going to remain the same way. Let's do something so you can see the effect of that. Let me create another section, bring this here and choose one, and then increase the height, and then bring in that same text. All right, so it still came up. Now let's click this 6 dots, come here, say center. It comes to center directly, and now say center. It comes to center directly. But when we click center, in this case, this is center. It didn't shift to the middle because this cannot come into this section. All right, so it's going to come to the center of its own jurisdiction. All right, so that's why it's not just changing here, but this one has enough space to move around. So if you say end, still has an end to move to, while this does not have any end to move to anyone. The beginning of this text widget starts from here and ends here, so it has taken this whole space. It has taken the beginning, middle, and end already. Okay, I hope you get the gist. Let's move on. So we have this in the middle now. I have a few contents available already that's going to make our work fast. So let me copy. Okay, and click on this. So if I want to edit this text, let me click on this. If I want to do anything on this text now, all I have to do is to click in this box. It brings me down here already or immediately. So let me paste what I copied. Let's talk about website designing. Okay, so maybe you don't like the color, you can come to style, choose something deep. Okay, depending on you. Okay, so maybe more text, all right, let me get rid of this and explain something very fast. How to drag and drop is to come over the widgets you need, click on it, and while your hand remains on it, drag into this space until you see this line and drop into the line. All right, I hope you got that. Practice. You are going to get perfect by practicing. Come over here, let's get some text again. Okay, that should do. Copy, come over here, and paste. All right, I haven't done that. This is a fit style, as I said earlier. Let's input a button. Yeah, all right, I think it's making sense gradually. So let's talk about website designing. Welcome to Hosting Empire, your gateway to becoming a pro in website design. Start your journey to expertise today. So if you click on this space, it's going to give you the space where you can edit this button, both the text in the button and the link in the button. So if you want to change the text, let's say get started. You shouldn't start with a small letter, so get started. Okay, so if you have a button you want to input into if you have a link you want to input into this button, of course it should have a link. You simply input it into this space and make sure you deal with this hash that you have over there. The meaning of that hash in the link space, it makes the link space a dead link. Okay, so when hash is inputted into a space where you should have link, it is called dead link. It means it's not functioning. Okay, so before you input your link, do it with the hash and paste your link into it. Okay, I don't know What do we input into here? Maybe an image. I'm not sure. I have an image I want to upload now. So I said earlier, just a freestyle. So you could actually just upload an image here. Do I have any image I can? Do I? Let's make do with this and see how it goes. Select. Not too bad. Okay, that is the face of OT Empire. Okay, for those who have been wondering. So you can come over here again. Let's do a little bit of styling. Come to style. Maybe you want to change the color of this to what's color code for light blue, color code for, or let's say sky blue. Okay, what's that? So let's copy that. No, that's not copy that, come back here and paste. All right, kaboom. The logo background, the button background is changed already. The same way, if you want to change the color of your text, you see text color here, you change it. Okay, so whatever has to do with designing like that, you get it done on that style. Okay, that's the gist. If you want to change the color of this text, simply click on the text. You come here, you see, immediately I click on the text, it brought me to style. That was because the last thing I did while editing this text was around style. If you come here now, you are going to see that we are already in the text section. That's content. Okay, so if you come here, choose the different things that you can do around here. Text color, typography, that's where you get to change fonts, increase size, a lot of things. Okay, come into this space and have fun. Okay, I'm just showing you. I definitely will not be able to show you everything one after the other, but you must take courage to come into this space and do things, and that's why it's important for you at this point to have your hosting and domain so that you can practice. If you need one, reach out to me. Okay, so I haven't done this. I think this is enough for an hero section. Let's decrease the height a little bit. This is enough. Now there's something called background image. Okay, so if you don't like it the way the background is just white, you could actually still add some FUC. Do I have an image I will put in the background? If not, then come here, click on this, because we want to edit the section, not this text, not this image. We want to add the background to the whole section. So you click on this dot, it brings you here. We want to add either image or color to the background. So where we go is style. All right, let's see. What do we do? Click on classic. If what you want to do is to input an background image, you click on this, takes you to where you choose an image. And if that's not what you want to do, you come to color, click that, you begin to change the background color. I don't like that. What do we do? Suggest. All right, so let's try and manage this. Okay, it's not that bad. Maybe darken it a little bit. All right, so there is what we call contrast in website designing. Of course, you should know that if this is going to be the color of this background, you can't use this color for the text. Okay, because you won't even be able to read what you have here anymore. So you click on this, you have it already. Actually, come to style, you change this to white so that it can be visible for the reader. This is actually still obvious, but then we have 1, 2, 3. We can't use more than that, so maybe this should be black. You shouldn't use more than 2-3 colors in your website. You're beginning to have a lot of colors like that. I don't know. Just make sure you manage the color that you have on your website. You shouldn't get too much. Now, see something like this. This frame over here actually complements this button. Something like that. Make your website align. Alright, so that's hero section. Let's scroll down. To create another section, you click on this, come here again. Again, what you want to do determines the structure that you make use of. In this case, let's do it 2 structures. All right, come here again, increase the height. All right, come here, choose this and say about. I think I have that written here. Sorry, I'm being lazy to write. Just copy this, come here again and paste. All right, so this is just here. This is at the top of the section and we don't want it to remain there. What do? Come here again and locate your align item and say center. All right, so we want this to actually be at the middle here. So let's say justify content center. It's not moving. Why? Because this text, the length of it is from here to here, not just from here to here. That's the word covers. No. Therefore, this text widget has covered the whole section, both beginning, middle and end. However, how do we get this word to be at the middle here? Now, this widget, as from this widget is the widget is what we just dragged in now. A text widget is what we dragged in that helped us to bring in this text. Okay, now that text widget has covered from this place to this end. Okay, so it has covered beginning, middle and end of that section. However, we want the text in the widget to come to the middle. Okay, so now in the widget the word still has space. So if you click on the widget itself, you come here and you come to style and you say middle. So the text then comes to the middle of the widget. When you are dealing with this and you come here and you say justify content, you are moving the whole widget to where, if you say the widget to be at the middle, if you say justify content center, what we are saying is that the widget should be at the middle of that section. Now in this case, this widget is in the middle of the section. In fact, it has occupied the whole section, beginning, middle and end. Okay, now when you come and click on the widget itself and you say alignment and you say center, what you are saying is the content in that widget should come to the center of the widget. Okay, so it's a different thing for you to say a widget itself should go to the middle, and it's a different thing for you to say the content in the widget should go to the middle of the widget. A widget goes to the middle of a section or the beginning of a section or the end of a section, but the content in the widget will go to the middle or the center or the end of the widget itself. I hope you get the gist. Okay, so this now is in the middle of this widget. If you want to bring it to the end, you come here again, it goes to the end, come here, say center. All right, so how did we get that done? Don't forget style. Now here we used a now let's do a little bit styling on this. Let's come to typography, let's come to weight. I did like to make use of lights. What else again? Let me deepen this a little bit so it can be visible. All right, and then come here, what again, decrease the size to, what size is it now? 25. I think that's cool enough. Okay, I'm just doing styling, nothing much. Come back here, drag this in again. and then come here, let's get our content. Right click, copy, come over here, paste our YouTube channel. So we want to take this to the middle again. Don't forget the widget itself has covered beginning, middle and end of this section. So to take the word to the middle, now it has to be the middle of the widget, not the middle of the section. Okay, however, in this case the middle of this section, in this case, is as good as the middle of the widget. I hope you get the gist. So we come here, click on style to say it goes to the middle. Okay, the color, let's deepen it a little bit or bring it down, too dark. Let's come here. If you right click on this and you say copy, and you come down here, you right click again and you say paste style. Now this written here takes the style of this. I right clicked on this, I said copy, and I come here, I right click again, I said paste style. It is because I said paste style, that is why it came to the extreme here, because in the styling of this, it is at the end of the section or at the beginning of the widget. Okay, because in this, from where I copied the style, the text is at the beginning of the widget, so this one followed suit. Now why I copied it is to make sure that it is, they both are making use of the same color. All right, so if I click on this, I can return it to the middle or to the center. Okay, so I haven't done that, so let me click on this and copy it and bring it here and say paste. All right, here it is. Let me click on this. Here we have it. Come here to style, say middle, and about our YouTube channel. Let's change the text in there to visit our YouTube channel. Now in this case, if I will be putting any link here, it is going to be linked to our YouTube channel, such that if anybody clicks this button, it takes them directly to our YouTube channel. Okay, so to make it more beautiful, you can come here and go to icon library and let's search for video if we have anything beautiful. Let's search for YouTube. All right, beautiful. You have this, click on it and say insert. Okay, so you see it makes it more beautiful. All right, so let's get on to the next section over here. Let's bring text editor in, come for our text again, copy and then paste. All right, okay. Hosting Empire YouTube channel is a pathway to mastering website design, tailored for both beginners and seasoned professionals. All right, that is that for that. Should we still add more sections? Let's add one more section, I guess. Okay, one more section it is. Now you can come here and always, if you want to create a section, you come here and you create a section. Okay, however, you can also click on this and say duplicate, so you have this here and you have it also here again. So for instance, we can do away with everything we have here. You delete this, and then you delete this, and you copy this, you come here, you paste it in here. All right, and you delete this from here. So what I just did is, in all your learn how to do things fast. Okay, you don't want to get a contract and then you're sleeping on it the whole day. So that's what I just did. Instead of creating a section, dragging in widget and all that, I've done something very fast already. Okay, so let's drag this in, or rather, now if I drag that in and I input my words, I still need to go to style and do all those again. Why not come here right click, copy, come here, paste, and simply change the word to what I want. So say contact us. Contact us. Now the effect of this is that what's just changed now is just the words. The styling is the same, talking about the color, the font, the size and all. I don't have to go and edit that again. It's already fixed because I copied from here and I came to paste here. So all I have to do is to come here and take this to the middle. Okay, so contact us. How should they contact us? Let's search for social icons. Social icons. Dragging this widget under here. Okay, so you can click on this, delete it, icon library. Let's search for, do we have Instagram here? Right, click and insert. So if you want to make use of Twitter and Facebook, fine, and if you don't, you can always delete it. And also you can always add, and when you add, if this is not what you want, to click on this space, come here, icon library, come here, search for what you want. For instance, WhatsApp. So you click on it again and you say insert, and here you have it. So you come over here, you get your WhatsApp URL, you paste into this place. You get your Twitter profile URL, you paste it into here. You get your Facebook URL, you paste it into here. So whenever people click on these icons, it takes them directly to your profile. That's how that works. So in all your doings, make sure you update. Alright, that has been updated. If you don't update, then you have just had fun, you didn't do anything. So having designed this, there is something that is still very important, and that's what we call mobile view. So you come here, you click on it. Alright, so you click on it and then it brings this out, and then you click on this and then it changes what you're working on. All you have to do here is to make sure that things are in order. Let's talk about website designing. That's cool. Or you might want to change the look here to this also, but I think I prefer the way it was initially. I'm just showing you that you come here to put things in order. What looks beautiful on the mobile might necessarily not look good on laptop view, so that's why you need to change things at times. Okay, so cool. Okay, now in a case like this, personally I wouldn't like to have this here, a text here, and a text here again. However, it is in this order because of how it appears on the laptop view. All right, so what do we do in that kind of case? What we do is this: you come back to laptop view, you go to that section, you click on this, you come to advanced, you locate responsiveness, and you say hide on mobile portrait, so it hides. Okay, now if you go back to your mobile, you see it looks faint here. It means if you update this and you launch this website, this very section will not show on mobile view. Okay, that does not mean we don't want it on mobile view, it only means we don't want it in this order. So we are going to create that of the mobile view separately. Okay, so let's simply come here and duplicate. That will help us have work done faster. Okay, so what did we do the other time? Yeah, let's deal with this, we don't need it. And here we have contact us, believe I'm correct. Contact us, and then instead of this button here, what we add delete this. So we have this our social media icon, social media, and we drag that in. Okay, this is YouTube. Let's change it to WhatsApp. You insert, you click on it and you insert it. All right, again, this is Twitter. Come here, let's say we want Instagram instead, depending on what you want. Anyways, I'm just showing you an example here. Click on it and insert again. So that's that for that. So what about the text? You get the text, copy again, you come here, Control A for highlight all and Control V for paste. Okay, start. Well done. So you have this here, this here, this here, this here, just avoiding a boring look. Now this thing we just did there is going to be showing on our laptop view and we don't want it. So you click on this again, this section, you come to advanced, you locate your responsive again, and then you hide on desktop. Okay, so this that we created here will not be showing on desktop view, and this that we created on desktop view will not be showing on mobile view. Is somebody confused? Let me come here where we have a bigger screen. So in the beginning we created our arrow section, we came down, we created this section. After that we created this section again. Now what you have in this section, okay, shows first in your mobile view. Have a look at this, about our channel and visits. If you come to mobile view, that's the first thing you will see here. Okay, so after this section, then this section shows. After this section, then this section shows. After this, then this shows. Now when we're creating, after creating this section, this whole section, we created this section. Okay, now because this place is the first section in this structure, I hope you get what I'm talking about. Yeah, so this text was showing before this that we have here. However, we want this to show before this. Okay, so we went ahead to hide this whole structure from mobile view. We now recreated this and make sure that what we have here is what we now have here, and then we hid this again from laptop view, so that this is what is showing on mobile view now, and this is what is showing on laptop view. Okay, so this is cool the way it is, and this is also cool the way it is. This will be showing on your phone, on your mobile phone, and this will be showing if you access through system. That is how you can have something different on a website. If you check it with a system, and if you check it with a phone, you will see something different again. You can create something on your laptop and hide it from showing from your mobile. You create something again on the mobile, you hide it from showing on the laptop. Rewind a little bit and watch again. You will get it now. Okay, so in all you do, you update. We have designed, we have checked our mobile, we have adjusted a few things, and then we have updated. Right now we have created home page.